Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to our bakery. What can I get for you today?
Hello. I'm not sure yet. I just want to look for a minute, if that's okay.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Thank you. Wow, you have an incredible selection of breads. I have never seen so many different kinds in one place.
We are very proud of our selection. We bake everything fresh here in the bakery, every single morning.
I can tell. The whole shop smells absolutely wonderful. It's the best smell in the world.
It is a lovely smell, isn't it? The smell of fresh bread.
I have to be honest with you. I have just moved into an apartment down the street. This is my first visit to your bakery.
Oh, a new neighbor. That is wonderful news. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. And because I am new here, I don't recognize most of these breads. They all look delicious, but I have no idea what they are.
Then you have come to the right place. I would be absolutely delighted to be your guide to the world of Austrian bread.
Would you? That is so kind of you. I would love a little tour.
It would be my pleasure. Where would you like to start?
Okay, let's start with something I do recognize. These little round bread rolls here.
Ah, yes. The classic Semmel.
A semmel. That is what it is called. I have seen them everywhere in Vienna.
It is the most famous and most popular bread roll in all of Austria. It is a true symbol of our country.
It is very beautiful. I love the star pattern on the top. How is it made?
A traditional Semmel is made from a very simple white wheat flour dough. The special star pattern is stamped on the top before it is baked.
And what is the texture like?
The perfect Semmel should have a very thin, very crispy crust on the outside. When you bite into it, it should make a crunching sound.
And on the inside?
The inside should be very soft, light and airy.
A crispy outside and a soft inside. That sounds like the perfect combination.
It is. So, how do people usually eat a Semmel?
It is the classic breakfast roll. You can cut it in half and eat it with butter and jam or with honey.
That sounds like a perfect, simple breakfast.
It is, but it is also a very versatile roll. People use it to make sandwiches with ham or cheese, and it is the traditional bread to eat with a goulash or a sausage.
So, it is an all-purpose, everyday bread roll.
Exactly. You cannot go wrong with a fresh semmel.
Okay, I understand the classic Semmel now. What about these very dark-looking breads over here?
Ah, now we are moving to a different family of breads. Those are our rye breads.
Rye bread, so they are not made from wheat flour.
Some of them are 100% rye flour, and some are a mix of rye and wheat. Rye flour has a much darker color than wheat flour.
I can see that. The bread is a deep brown color. What does rye bread taste like?
It has a much stronger and more complex flavor than white bread. It is a little bit sour and very earthy.
Earthy? What do you mean by that?
I mean, it tastes very natural. It has a very deep, wholesome flavor. And look at the texture.
I can see. The inside of the bread is much denser than the semmel. There are not so many big air holes.
That's right. Rye bread is much heavier and denser. It is very filling. One slice of this bread will keep you full for a long time.
Is it healthier than white bread?
It is very healthy, yes. It is full of fiber and nutrients. This one here is our most popular one. It is a classic sourdough rye bread.
Sourdough. I have heard that word a lot recently.
I can explain what that means in a minute. And this one next to it is a whole wheat bread, a Vollkornbrot.
So that one uses the whole grain of the wheat.
Exactly. It is also very dark and very healthy and full of fiber. These dark breads are a very important part of the Austrian diet.
I am learning so much. So we have white wheat breads and dark rye breads. What about this loaf here? It is covered in seeds.
That is our multi-grain bread. It is one of our best sellers.
Multi-grain. So it has many different types of grains in it.
It does. The dough is made with a mix of wheat flour, rye flour, and spelt flour. And we also mix in a lot of different seeds.
And you put the seeds on top as well. It looks so beautiful and rustic.
We do. It gives the crust a wonderful, crunchy texture.
What kind of seeds are in it and on it?
It has a lot of healthy and delicious seeds. It has sunflower seeds and flax seeds and sesame seeds.
I can see those. And what are the dark green seeds? They look familiar.
Those are pumpkin seeds, Kürbiskerne. Pumpkin seeds are very popular here in Austria, especially in the region of Styria.
Oh, yes. They make the famous dark green pumpkin seed oil there.
They do. So this bread has a wonderful nutty flavor from all the different seeds.
And I imagine it is also very healthy, with all those grains and seeds.
It is extremely healthy. It is packed with fiber and protein and healthy fats.
It sounds like the perfect all-round bread. It is healthy, it has a complex flavor, and it has an interesting texture.
It is. It is delicious for making sandwiches, and it is also wonderful just on its own with a little bit of butter. So, now that you have had a little tour, can I help you choose something for yourself?
Yes, please. I would love a recommendation.
Of course. To give you the best recommendation, I need to know what you are going to use the bread for.
That makes sense. Well, tonight I am having some friends over for a very simple dinner.
That sounds lovely. What are you planning to serve?
I am not cooking a big meal. I am just going to make a large platter with some nice local Austrian cheeses and some cold meats, like ham and salami.
A charcuterie and cheese board. That is a wonderful and very sociable meal.
Yes, and I need the perfect bread to serve with it.
The bread is a very, very important part of a cheese platter. You need a bread that has a good, strong flavor to complement the cheese.
So a simple, plain white bread is probably not the best choice?
No, I would not recommend that. Its flavor is not strong enough. You need something with more character.
And I think I also need a bread that has a firm texture.
Why is that?
Because I will be putting things on top of the slices of bread. The cheese, the meat, maybe some mustard or some jam. So the bread needs to be strong enough to hold the toppings. It can't be too soft.
That is a very excellent point. You need a sturdy, reliable bread. A bread with a good backbone.
So, with all that information, what would be your expert recommendation?
For a cheese and meat platter, I would recommend one of our sourdough breads.
Sourdough? You mentioned that word earlier. What does it mean exactly?
It is a very old and traditional way of making bread. It is bread that is made without any commercial yeast.
No yeast, but I thought all bread needed yeast to rise.
It does, but instead of using the little packets of dried yeast that you buy in a supermarket, a sourdough bread is made with a starter.
A starter? What is that?
A starter is a living culture of wild yeast and bacteria. You make it with just flour and water. You have to feed it every day to keep it alive and active.
It sounds like a pet, a little dough pet.
It is exactly like a pet. Our sourdough starter here in the bakery is over 50 years old. It was started by my grandfather.
50 years old. That is incredible. So it is a real piece of your family's history.
It is. And this starter is what gives the sourdough bread its special flavor and texture.
And what is that flavor like?
Sourdough bread has a wonderful, complex, and slightly tangy flavor. A little bit sour, but in a very pleasant way.
And that tangy flavor is good with cheese and meat?
It is the perfect partner. It cuts through the richness of the cheese. And the texture is also wonderful. It has a very crispy, chewy crust and a soft but sturdy inside.
So it is strong enough to hold all my toppings.
It is. It is the perfect bread for your platter. I would recommend this one here. It is our classic farmhouse sourdough, made with a mix of wheat and rye flour.
It looks beautiful and rustic. Okay, you have convinced me. I will take the sourdough. The sourdough loaf sounds perfect for my dinner tonight. But before I buy it, can I just ask you about one more bread?
Of course you can. Which one are you curious about?
This one over here, the one that is braided. It looks so beautiful.
Ah, yes. That is our streetzel.
A streetzel? Is that a savory bread like the others?
No, that one is a sweet bread. It is a special occasion bread.
What is it made from?
It is made from a very rich dough called a brioche dough. It has a lot of butter, eggs, and a little bit of sugar in it.
So, it is a bit like a cake.
It is somewhere between a bread and a cake. The texture is very, very soft and light and fluffy.
And why is it in that braided shape?
That is the traditional shape for it. It is usually made with 3 or 4 strands of dough that are braided together before it is baked. It takes a lot of skill to make it look so neat.
So, when do people eat this sweet bread?
It is a classic bread for a special weekend breakfast. It is also very popular on holidays, like Easter.
And how do you eat it?
You usually eat it with butter and honey or with a nice homemade jam. It is an absolute treat.
It sounds like a delicious treat. I am very tempted to buy one of those too.
It is also the perfect bread to use for making French toast because it is so rich. It soaks up all the egg and milk.
That sounds like the most decadent breakfast in the world. Okay, I think I will just get the sourdough today, but I will definitely be back to try the streetzel another time.
So, my final decision is made. I would like 1 loaf of the farmhouse sourdough, please.
An excellent choice. It is just out of the oven this morning, so it is as fresh as it can be.
It smells so good. Now, I have one more question for you.
What is it?
Is it possible for you to slice the loaf for me?
Of course, we would be happy to. We have a special machine for that.
Oh, you have a bread slicing machine? That is so convenient. It is so difficult to cut bread into nice, even slices at home with a normal knife.
I know. My slices are always either too thick or too thin, and they are always crooked.
So the machine will make all the slices the same thickness.
Yes, and I can ask you how you would like it. Do you want thick slices or thin slices?
That is a good question. What would you recommend for my cheese and meat platter?
For a platter, I think a medium thickness is best. Not too thin, so it doesn't break, and not too thick, so people can eat a few slices. About 1 centimeter thick.
That sounds perfect. So, yes, please. I would like the loaf sliced to a medium thickness.
No problem at all. I will just take this over to the slicing machine. It will only take a moment.
Thank you so much. This is such a wonderful service.
We are always happy to help our customers.
Here you are, sir. 1 loaf of fresh sourdough, perfectly sliced for you.
That was so fast. Thank you. And you have put it in a lovely paper bag.
It is a special kind of paper bag that helps to keep the bread fresh.
That is so much better than a plastic bag.
It is. The bread can breathe in a paper bag.
I am so happy with my purchase and with my new knowledge about bread.
Is there anything else I can get for you today? A sweet treat, perhaps. A croissant to have with your coffee tomorrow morning.
That is a very tempting offer. Your croissants look so buttery and flaky.
They are very good.
I think I will be strong, and I will just take the bread today. But I promise I will be back very soon to try your pastries.
I will look forward to it. So, that is just the 1 loaf of bread for you today?
Yes, that is everything, thank you. How much is that?
The sourdough loaf is €4.50, please.
$4.50, okay. Can I pay with a card?
Yes, of course. We accept all major cards.
Perfect. Here you are.
Thank you. You can just tap your card here.
Okay. There. It's done.
Thank you very much. Here is your receipt.
Thank you so much for all your help today. You have been more than just a baker. You have been a teacher.
It has been my absolute pleasure. I love talking about bread. It is my passion.
I can tell. And your passion is infectious. You have inspired me to be more adventurous with my bread choices.
I am so happy to hear that. There is a whole world of bread to discover.
I will not just buy the same boring sliced bread from the supermarket from now on.
Good. A good loaf of fresh bread is one of the simplest but greatest pleasures in life.
I agree. I am really looking forward to my dinner tonight now. My cheese platter is going to be a big success with this amazing sourdough.
I am sure it will be. Your friends are very lucky.
And I will be sure to tell them all about this wonderful bakery and its very friendly and knowledgeable baker.
You are too kind. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Remember, you have to come back and try the sweet streusel.
I will not forget. It is on my list of things to do next weekend.
Well, enjoy your bread and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You too. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.